The thing that differentiated Relevance was this actually felt like a person working in the business with us. It's learning, it's growing. It's almost like we have another BD doing this sitting next to us. And that's not something we've seen from other software. So I'm Mike Welch and I'm the Managing Director for SafetyCulture Training. SafetyCulture Training, it's a micro-learning first approach to helping teams, after they've identified what's working, what's not, the best thing that they can do is train their teams to show them what good looks like. So what problems were we experiencing with the BDR function before Relevance? Well, the time. You get all these inbound leads, we have to research the companies, we have to find out what they're doing, what maybe some of their pain is. You know, you're talking 5, 10, 15 minutes per lead. There's always this cohort of customers that get put into this bucket. We would love to give them the time, effort, and attention that they deserve, but you can't. It's a volume problem. So we were doing a lot of generic outreach to maybe lower value customers. We were spending a ton of time making sure that there's high intent for customers that were looking at us, trying to get demos. Relevance has allowed us to really flip that on its head. We can now do custom outreach to every single person. We now know that when they do raise their hand, ask for a meeting, that they have high intent and that we're coming in and we know we can solve a problem for them. The demo spoke for itself. Like, we immediately saw value. It felt real. It felt like there was a human on the other side of it. It wasn't really a, should we do this? It's how fast can we do this? We said, yep, this is the first time where I can't distinguish the difference between AI and a human. I think it's the ability to think. So, you know, that first outreach, that talking about it, that's great. But when a customer responds and says, can you do this? Or do you have a customer that's done this? And it was able to respond just as well, or if not better, with language that we use and how we talk as a business. Then all of a sudden we said, okay, we're on to something here. Working with the Relevance team, we quickly got it up to speed. A couple weeks of training in there, we were off to the races. How different is training a BDR versus Bosh? It's night and day, cheese and chalk. It takes a BD, a salesperson, months. Like, it's just like onboarding any human to do a new job. There's all these things that you have to learn. It's been quite interesting because Bosh was able to do this in weeks. So the results have been absolutely phenomenal. We started off with our smaller cohort, so we started to see a 2x meeting booking from just our cold standard outreach, and then we started to expand that. So right now I think we're at about 2.5, 3x number of meetings that we've been booking based on our outreach sequences. What are our BDRs doing now that we've changed the game a little bit? So a BD is now focused on doing amazing demos rather than building custom outreach. People have time back. They're doing things that only they can do now. That does a lot for a person's well-being and how they approach their work. They're much more motivated. So we had this account executive who left on holiday, gone for a week, and we were running the BD agent in the background, and they got back from vacation and they had 30 meetings booked in their calendar and they never lifted a finger. Our pipeline is cleaner than it's ever been. We are closing that pipeline and converting that pipeline faster than we ever have. The results are speaking for themselves. So now we have our broader corporate teams, our broader sales teams, all looking at how they can utilize this. And so we're looking at a widespread rollout now. We can apply this to marketing, to support. Historic, knowledge-based bots, you can tell you're not talking to a human being. Now we are in the space where it feels real, that can give our support teams a bunch of time back to go and really jump into the really gnarly problems. We want to give them the time to do that to help our customers. What was the thing that impressed me the most about working with Relevance team? One, it was the passion, and two, it was the desire to actually help. It was truly caring that we got up running, and were successful being there every step of the way.